rush is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Throwing, Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations, too, where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
On first down, Jones. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. Open receiver. That's Caden Smith, the tight end. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Drops it underneath for Booker. Touchdown, Giants! Devontae Booker. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Scott with a 1st down and then some. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
But 1st down, Hurts. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Ingram. 7 yards, the pickup there. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That ball caught by Slayton. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Rodney McLeod up to make the tackle. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Looking to throw. Jones into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So now 2 pick-6s that he's thrown in this 1st half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this 2nd one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
All day, just like that.
Jones now throwing after the interception to Barkley on the check down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Back to throw. Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up second and third down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this out wide to Scott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Jones on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Crunch time, defense. Mike 51, Mike 51. Time to go, night.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Throwing after the interception. Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
2nd and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Mike 51. Mike 51.
To throw again. Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. It's 19. Right here. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Looking to throw. Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Another run with Sanders. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones now throwing on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Wilson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Returning it, John Ross. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Here I come. Here I come. Wings. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. 79 Bronco. Hey, let's go.
Jones throwing after the interception. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on 1st down. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones, flush to his right. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Cano the extra point. They'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Cano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. Open man here is Scott, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Looking to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Jones on third down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 19. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Another run here with Sanders. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Let's go, tight end. 7 Pirates. Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go, D. Buffalo 18. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Now Glennon. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up second down at the 26-yard line.
51. Man, I got you. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. 18, right here. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Glennon. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Switch up. Switch up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike. Come 19. Come 19. Not today. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 51's the mic.
Now Jones. And this is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Right here, right here.
Throwing Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate.
There he goes, right side. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 53 yards. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Mike 51, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go.
Now Jones. Throwing on 3rd and long. He'll get this to the rookie from Florida. That's Kadarius Toney. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. From the gun, Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Past the 20. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick-6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
117 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about it.